season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Michigan's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jason.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Underwood. That's caught. It's Sampson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Morgan. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with it.
He's trying to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The screen, and watch out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you can do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Caught in the backfield. It's Marsh. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. He'll keep it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
To the air, it's Underwood. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Wolverines!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got room to work. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Offense lining up quickly.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. On the ground, it's Haynes. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half with the home team.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term, quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Use the play fake, now to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilkerson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intent. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense putting points on the board.
That defenses are always trying to turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Oklahoma, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on third. Got his man downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Handoff from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's Moore. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks, it's 1st down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Michigan.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On third down, he drops to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Forced out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And back to the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Cleescore. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 45, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Robinson. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Shotgun snap on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilkerson. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Looking to buy time. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the fourth and goal.
Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Got it behind the line. It's Morgan. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Deep shot for the end zone. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages? Or we'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Underwood. Unleashes one deep. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
From the gun, the ground game. How about this confidence in the running game? Up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, buying some time, fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverine!
Man, this This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Spins away from the defense. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilkerson. Hard-hitting tackle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold his breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Got his man all by himself. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Johnson. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle with Stewart. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Grab behind the line. It's Thurman. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Working that left side now. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. But the offense did their job.
Michigan 63, Oklahoma 7.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought